Hey everybody, this is DayTraderRockStar, and this is the HPS, which stands for High Probability Watch List, for the week of February 16th. Now, February 16th is a holiday, so we're really doing it for February 17th and on, which will be a Tuesday. We have a 3-day weekend in front of us, and we normally start off with a review of the stocks we've been trading, why the stocks that we're trading moved in the direction we wanted them to. I'm kind of confident in that because we had such a great week. Excited to share some of the results with you, and kind of give you some hints on what we're looking at next week. And then the official watch list will be going out after that. I'm going to get in the office again tomorrow on Saturday. The issue is that I have some things to take care of after the close today. Normally I do a late night and I get it out Friday night, but it'll be out tomorrow, Saturday afternoon. We have plenty of time. I can tell you right now we're going to be focused on some drug stocks, ALXN. We're all in that right now. Day Trading Radio. Some other ones that are looking good. I see Johnson & Johnson here. We had a nice lane divergence. There's some other great ones. We'll be talking about those. But let's just talk about the overall markets right now. The market here continue to make new highs here. We broke out to all-time highs. We had that 2088 on the futures and the corresponding levels on the cash that were broken out. And right now, going into the last hour of the trade, we are very close to taking out the highs. So, 2100 is not that far above us. Now, with all that said and done, we always have to be cautious in the markets. That has a lot of news on Greece and the Ukraine and stuff. But basically, everything's working out good. I actually just did a video on the tradeometer. I took some trades on the tradeometer today. All of them worked out great. The signals were spot on. So for more information on that, just go to tradeometer.com. If you trade the ES futures or NASDAQ futures or any of the futures, you can check that out. I'll get that out to you. Plus, you could, but again, best place to find that is tradeometer.com. I try to upload those videos. So let's kick it off. Let's start this mothership up, and we're going to bring up the S&P here, and you can see here 2093 on the cash. Nice move. And basically taking out the highs there, and we're pushing up against a little retracement trend line. Was an old wedge pattern. The upside targets I'm not that concerned about, considering we're really focused on the the smaller time frame trades, especially off the 60-minute time frame and the 5-minute time frame, and using now the tradeometer. It's really, I'm happy to see this market continue to move up. We haven't really shorted into it yet. I have no reason to look for that, really. Market's looking pretty healthy and pretty strong. 5-minute chart here, just kind of pushing out the highs. And again, and leaving off on Friday like this in a very bullish setup. But, we are extended on the daily. We're extended on the 60-minute time frame. And we're definitely pushing up there on multiple time frames. So next week, easily see a pullback. We're overdue. Even at the end of the day, we still have an hour left. We could see some selling coming into market, but the market seems to be ramping up right now as I speak. Seems to be just pushing higher and squeezing some people higher. When the market gets to these levels and we have no levels above us, some shorts might be up here. To cover those shorts, they gotta buy into this push, cover their stop. And it feeds on itself, and the next thing you know, you get this really aggressive move. So be careful trying to fade a move like this. Let the market break down. If it needs to break down, let it break down. Let it try to retest to get back on that. Let it fail. Let it start to form a pattern, something that we recognize, and then we start to pick it apart. More important, let's take a look at some of the charts that we've been trading and the stocks that we've been trading. Some of these are still active trades. Some of these are some of the trades we've been taking and we've gotten out of. There's a lot of work to do here. So let's kick it off. Today, actually, we took off the Fastenal, F-A-S-T. And I'm going to describe, the thing here at Day Trading Radio is I teach a methodology that takes the risk out of the market. And when we take the risk out of the market, it's really on a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a method that combines multiple indicators, really just 5 good ones, including some reversal candles. Pattern recognition is very important, understanding patterns and and directional flow and momentum in the markets. We use the stochastics, we use the channel lines, the trends, and the different combinations of what all that means. I could really read into stochastics, tell you what those mean when they coil up, when they flatline, when there's a divergence, when there's a lane divergence, buy signal and sell signal. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been showing the lane divergence have been just unstoppable in this market, so we continue to search for those. And I have some new ones set up for this week, which we'll get into the next video. These things are go-to. I take them all the time. I even offer money for those. So if you have a lane divergence for me, you bring it to me, members only. I share 30% of the profits of the trade with you. I just give it back to you. I PayPal you the money, and it's just, that's just the way it is. So here was a fantastic setup. Fastenal, I trade this stock a lot. We came down to this trend line. We broke down here, and whenever we have a good recognizable 1, 2, 3 pattern, which is 3 pivot areas, you could identify a channel, and you come down to that channel and you get oversold. It's usually that combination. We move back up, and then we kind of flushed here a little because it was a little downgrade, but the reversal of that flush, that big candle, that kind of a hammer that we left here with a big tail there. Let me get rid of that. Use that little tail right there. We reversed hard, and the next day we knew that we're going to just rock it up, so we took it off. That was a fantastic trade. We took it off just about 99 cents a dollar on that trade. Got out at 43.15. It's at 42.95 now, and we always take profits into those into strengths, just like we buy into the weakness. This actually still looks quite good, but very happy with the setup there. 60-minute time frame is a little extended, but we will be back. We will be back into Fastenal down the road. But a great setup of a 1, 2, 3 pattern. IBM, great setup. It was what we call a slight lane divergence. You can see the higher low on the stochastics, the lower low on the price, and just this area right here, this little zone right here. This combined with the quality name that IBM brings with it, and everything else that was looking the reversal candle, we jumped all over this. We took shares, we took calls. Today we took off the calls, we took off the shares. We have a nice profit. Still looks good. I still say that we're going to get back up here. So next week we're probably going to focus more on this one and look for a move back up to 165. I think that would be the calls I'll be getting next probably early next week, if not at the end of the day today. I haven't decided yet. Probably not, because I'll be doing this video. But that's definitely on the focus list for next week, and a great setup because of the lane divergence. You can see the lane divergences have not failed once. So we will continue to take those. I will continue to find those. I will continue to bring those to you. Every video that I do, I kind of stress my mission statement is to bring you the best setups out there. If I don't see the best setups, I'll tell you there's nothing out there to bring you. I'm not going to put something out there and to guess. I want to say these are the ones that are going to move. This is why they're going to move, and this is these are our levels that we want to get out of them. Besides news, maybe moving them around in the opposite direction, I think they're going to be fine. We're just going to continue on with that track. All right, Palo Alto Networks. Great setup. We've got the breakout. We took profits into that push. All we're going to do now is wait for the next flag and get back into that one. So keep that on the radar. Actually, just keep it tuned to DTR and look for that alert to go out. I'll probably once I start seeing this flag out again, we'll probably start to concentrate more on the 60-minute. Still looks good though. I don't want to be out of this one too long. I would like to get a little pullback on it, and get back. And if you're still in it, I definitely see this one moving higher. One of the best stocks of the year. It just seems to be coming out of a consolidation. Just looking for some little pullback to get us back in. It might not even happen. This actually looks fine right now. Get in it and just hold on to it. Still looks great, but our trade was great. We got in. What was this here? What we got here? Buy, sell. Got in at 124.63. We took it off at 128.59. So, nice, about a 4-point move there. PANW. DISCA, Discovery. This is something that's very similar to a stock we're in now. It's a kind of a downward channel. We had a little channel here. What happens, we broke down here, made a new low, but closed back up. So this was a lane divergence here. From that point on, we started seeing some better strength, and I like this one a lot. We kind of chopped around, but then we got the move. We took profits in it up against this resistance area, and well, we got about $1 on that also, and that's continued today. It did pop that today. It continues to look great. I mean, the fact is that the setups continue to play out. We just have to wait for them to reset up now and find some new ones. Celgene, we took this off. This was a flag we got into, and this was important because when we trade a flag, and there's a lot of flags setting up for next week that you're going to see, but when you trade a flag, you recognize that flag, especially holding that 20-period moving average. When you have a good breakout of the flag, which is shown with that candle, turn that upside down and point to it. This candle right here. The standard procedure for me is to look for a second day move and then a little pullback. So, going into seeing that breakout, we got in it, and I kind of announced on the show. I said, hold on to this tomorrow. Watch for that little pullback and then a rotation move up. And once we start to see a little more profit, then you could just sell into that strength. The time to strength, you don't expect it to go too much further before starting to reverse. And that was just a textbook setup, so we ended up selling it on that pop, getting out right near the highs of the session, and having a great trade off of that. Now remember, we identified this on this reversal candle. That's another nice move. Celgene, no A on that. 117.11 to 120.58, 3-point move on that, just in a couple of days. That's what we want to do. We want to get the biggest move possible in the shortest amount of time, and that's done by recognizing the key underlying indicators, how the channel sets up, how the reversal candle sets up, and how the momentum sets up, and if there's any divergences. Wait for those, let them trigger, get in, get out. Now there is a couple setups that you're going to get here that we're currently in, and I currently like a lot. The Alibaba, we like it around that 85 level. We added to it down in that 85 level. It is acting great. We got in 85.92, traded up to close to 90 today. Well, at least up to 89 and change. So now it's at 88 and change. But I see this one stochastics here just hasn't even turned up yet. The 60-minute time frame is a little concerning because we're up there and we haven't turned back up on the daily, but we seem to be embedded a little. I still like this a lot, still like this one, so we're going to hold this over the weekend. It's not a technical setup, divergence or anything. It's just a level that I like, and it looked pretty good. Also, we took this on the Baidu news that when Baidu came up with earnings, it kind of gapped down. This one got a little follow-through. The Baidu was an HPS setup, all right? So the Baidu here, might as well talk about that one too because that already triggered. We take a look at the HPS site, which when we do the HPS video, all the stocks are put on the site, and this is what it looks like. It'll give you the trigger, the profit zones, and the stops. And what happens is these are all inputted into the back end of the system, and it compares the price to the chart. So when we do get our price level being hit, that'll generate an alert. That alert will go out into trade alert box to all the traders. It'll also go out on email to all the traders, so you have an opportunity. And this happened yesterday, and we were in the room. A lot of people took this trade, and you could actually see the results. It actually gapped down right to that level. Where's the other candle? It didn't show me the other candle here. It should have shown. For some reason, it's blanked out on the candle. Let me refresh it here. Should give you a nice candle here. Anyway, there's a candle that brings us up to over 214, I think it was today. 215, 216. For some reason, it's missed that thing. It hit its target today, basically. We came down there. It triggered it. If you can take a look at the candle over here, you can see we came down to that zone. We pushed back up. Our target zone was 209 to 210. It blew right through that to 210 now. We got all the way up to 215. Anyway, a lot of people took a nice profit on that today, and that's, again, another standard operating procedure type of trade here. We have that 1, 2, 3 pattern. We have the underlying trend line. This is what we call a playbook play. It's called a 200 EMA channel line bounce. So whenever you have that 200 period moving average going through the channel, look for that to break down. And a lot of people see that as a sign of weakness, but what happens is there's an underlying trend line based off of this pivot area back here, channel line. We come down to that level, we bounce aggressively off of that. So we've been nailing those type of setups. Johnson & Johnson was one yesterday too. Came right down to, we had to walk you guys through a nice trade off of this. We talked about what happens when the stock flushes out of a real pure channel like this. It closes back on that trend line the next day, usually gets some upside. And, that actually is putting in a lane divergence in itself, a lane divergence, kind of slight uptrend. We kind of crossing back up above that 20 line. And even on that 60-minute time frame was looking very good here. It was even more noticeable in the 60. You have this nice downward move, the drop lower, the higher low. So it looks fantastic, continues to look fantastic, and I know a lot of people are riding this stock higher, so congratulations on that. I would continue to hold on to this. Considering the 60 in the daily looks good, and probably we're going to see this push right back up to that 200 period moving average. I said this week, so many good stocks, you wish you could get in all of them. In some cases you just can't. There's just not enough money to go around. So we take little positions here, little positions there. We take them off, we rotate it back into another stock, and that's how we work it here at Day Trading Radio. One of the great setups for this week here was PCAR, or PACCAR, another truck automotive stock, truck parts. And what this is called a coil stochastic channel breakout. When you have a coil, which is a series of lower highs, not lower lows, but lower highs. In some cases, you had this lower low here, and you kind of coil down with 3 lower highs. That really qualifies it for that coil. Lots of times you'll move from here to come right down, and you don't have that bounce and a move back up and a little bounce and a move back down. This is what a coil represents, and underneath that coil you should see a very tight channel, and that channel represents, usually you get down to the squeeze area down here of the pattern of the stochastics, really, and that lines up with the lower channel line. So all you're looking for that, and that's your opportunity to get in. And usually when this breaks out, this breaks out. In this case, we broke out a little early here, we got a little pop, and then what we started to see is this really good strength. So this has continued to break out, looks really good, but a great setup there. We walked you through that. It was really a nice setup for this week. Now I'm not in this one, but I did bring this one to our to the members here because of the real textbook channel. Now this is a utility stock. Most of the utility stocks have charted out a different way. We have a nice pattern with pullback. This one came right down and gave us an engulfing pattern. This candlestick that took out the previous candle, and then we kind of chopped around, starting to show a little divergence. I'm not in this one. I don't think I'm going to get into this one, but there is something to watch here, so I'll throw it out to you guys as a freebie in case you want to watch it. I don't like trading stocks under $20. It's $11 stock, and they tend not to work as well as the bigger stocks. So AES, it is out there. We've been looking at it, but not really focused on it too much. The ALXN, let's talk about it. You're going to see this on this week's watch list. Most everyone, I think, is in this one because we've really, identified this one as a nice setup here. Do you even have you don't have that divergence? Remember, the important thing about the divergence setup here, it's you want to make that low here, take out the recent low, and turn up a little bit higher. So you don't really have that pure divergence. This is actually a little lower than this. You want to see that. But what we did have is a couple good candles. We had a good candle right back here, which we noticed holding that 200 period moving average. Tried to break out here. Lots of times we have a big candle like this, a huge candle, took out the lows, popped. We come back, retest the lows of that candle again, now starting to move back up. The pattern is still there. It's a really good channel. Early in when we first identified it, was a wedge. It was kind of a nice little wedge pattern here, and we tried to break out of that wedge and then chopped around. So we really, just took that position the last couple of days, and it's really working out for us. Alexion, I even added to it today on the site. today being Friday. And just to show you, our entry here, 179.10, 179.10. 181, our earlier entry when we first got in, it was like 177, I believe. So it looks really, really good, and that's going to be definitely a stock to watch next week with the some other drug stocks, which are going to be focused on the video watch list, which is going to go out next. But overall, that's what we're looking for. The rest of the stocks I have, I got to hold back and pass these on to the subscribers because they are just textbook setups again, and I want to save those. So I definitely invite you to come to Day Trading Radio, sign up for a trial, see if you like it. We have a beautiful dashboard. We have all the alerts. We have hundreds of traders trading in the room each and every day, working together like a team, like you would not believe the team that we have here at Day Trading Radio. Very happy with how this whole month is going, this whole year, last year. Well, we're going on our 7th year now, so things have been really good, and it feels like we're just in such a good sweet spot now with our discipline and patience and the methodology that's just given us that patience to let things come to us. We recognize the setups we want to be in, and they are working out like they should. So excellent job, everyone. Come on by, daytradingradio.com. We'll see you Tuesday. Remember, Monday we're going to be off. But next week, just to let you know, I'll be doing a lot of overnight shows. Doing some educational webinars. It'll be open, free to the public. So if you're interested in that, get on the mailing list. I'll let you know where that's going to, the mailing list is on daytradingradio.com. Just, sign up. That way you get the alert that we're going to be doing the webinars. And I'll continue to, go over the HPS methodology and how it works and what we look for. Have a great holiday weekend, a 3-day weekend. You guys deserve it. And I'll see you Tuesday. And don't forget, I have another video coming out tomorrow, which will be breaking down all the setups for next week. All right? So have a great weekend. I'll talk to you then.